and down, and take a step out into a wide stance. Pull your abs in, lengthen your tailbone, bend your knees, let them come forward, shift your hips back, and let's round and tuck into a long cat stretch, rolling through that spine, and then inhaling through a cow. And then rolling cat and inhaling cow. Take that through a couple times, articulating and slowing down if you need to, if you come across a spot that seems to need a little bit more attention. And then leave that tailbone long, and let's drop the right shoulder in and look up over the left. And then round it up and drop it in, tailbone long. Back through center, left shoulder in, round it under, and extend it, and then come back to center. Shoulders out of your ears, use your hands on your thighs, stand nice and tall. Again, find that elongated posture. And we're just going to start our step touch. In a moment, we'll take 2 steps to the left and 4, 3, here you go. Add a little baby hamstring curl at the end, just one. Stay here, hamstrings only. Hands at your side, press them back. Tricep extension. Good, bring those feet in, keep that tricep pulling, toe tap. Press your arms up and down. Bring your knees up. And then bring those arms up and down, but overhead. Start to make that a crossover move. Knee across your body. In a moment, we'll stay on that left side and we'll double time it in 4, 3, 2. Last 2, last 1, step it out. In a moment, we'll do 2 steps to the right, in 4, 3, here you go. Hamstring curl if you want. Maybe you suddenly have a shadow. She teleported. I didn't see her before. Stay here, hamstrings only, hands at your side, press back. Good, toes in front, press up and down. And then bring that into a knee lift, and that press up and down comes overhead. We'll cross up and over. Remember, think about lifting your knee to you more than hunching your elbow down to your knee. In a moment, we'll stay on the right. 4, 3, stay right. Double time it. Two more. Woo, step touch. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Wide stance, toes out, abs in, up those toes. Just find your balance for a moment. Come down on those heels. Right back up, sweep it up, and bring it down. Lift it up and down. 2 more times, just like that. Good. This time, bring those heels down. Give those knees a little bend into your first plie. Knees are out over your toes, not in or wider. And then up on those toes, arms up, heels down, everything lifting up. Good. Keep that going. Think about a long line from your head through your tailbone so you're not tipped forward. You're up tall, sliding down an imaginary wall behind you. Go the last two. Last one, let's stick that balance again. Hold, ribs in. Nice, bring that down. Let's go ahead and grab your chair, grab your balls, put your weights in your chair, please. And we're gonna bring that ball between our thighs. See if you can do that. Just kidding, don't really. I just megged myself, that's a soccer term. When you kick the ball through someone's legs, shoulders up, back and down, ribs are down. You're up on those toes again, feet are in parallel. We're gonna let the knees come forward a little bit as we slide down that wall and back up and down. I'm staying up on my toes the whole time, or you can come to your heels, get a little stretch, and then come up. So you get lift in both the quads and those calves, or again, isometrically, you bend and straighten those legs, staying up on those toes, your choice. Good. 4 more, 3, 2, last one, stay down, you're on your tippy toes if that's okay with you. Squeeze your ball, squeeze your ball, squeeze. Four, 3, 2, and 1. All right, keep that ball where it is. You're gonna do the same thing, only you have weights in your hands, but we're gonna keep our heels down for a little bit better balance. So we're just gonna start with that bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Turn your palms to face me. As you bend your knees, you're gonna extend those arms and then bring them back. Bend into it, extend those arms, so serve your platter. Try and get those arms straight out in front of you with the palms up, feeling your shoulders, feeling some bicep. Sitting into it, feeling those quads. 2 more. Last one, sit into it, hang out here, squeeze the ball, isometric contraction. See if you can walk your feet a little closer and then bring the arms straight in front of you. Make sure you didn't slouch. And then bend and straighten those elbows. Tiniest little move you can do, and add a pulse with your legs. Squeeze in, straighten your arms. Squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. This should be something you could feel. And relax. Hopefully you felt that in your quads as well as your biceps. All right, so let's go into a little hamstring work here. We're gonna bring that ball behind your right leg. You're gonna bend that left knee, and we're gonna try and extend right here, right? Nice long flat back. If you wanted to, you could even scoot that chair forward and go into a, unless you drive your chair into something, into a long straight line. Try and get your quad parallel with the ground. Again, that left knee needs to be bent. From there, shoulders out of your ears, belly in, hamstring curl, squeeze. Four more. Good, leave that squeeze, press that leg up in the air, press through the heel and push up. Elongate that spine, left knee is bent. 2 more. We put those together. We're gonna lift and squeeze, all one motion. Squeeze it in at the top, feel the hamstring and the glutes working. Almost there. and relax. Let the ball sit in your chair for a moment. Take that right leg across the left. Tailbone long. Feel that stretch in the outer hip with that tailbone lifted, and then round it under and feel that stretch come into your low back. And then again, extend and round. And then slide that right leg in front of the left, and we'll go to the left, and then back up and over to the right. All right, 2 legs, lucky us. We're gonna bring that ball behind the left leg. We're gonna bend that right knee. We're gonna elongate that spine. We're gonna try to get that left thigh parallel with the ground. Right knee stays bent, and we hamstring curl. Flex through the heel, arms long, spine long. Head between your arms if that's comfortable. Good, and now we're gonna press up, press that heel towards the sky. Two more. We put those together, we squeeze as we lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze, lift and tee. Almost there. Two more. And bring that up, stretching out that side. We'll bring that left ankle across the right thigh. Ooh, tailbone goes up in the air, elongate that spine, and then we'll round it under, and then elongate again, and round it under, cross the left leg over the right, move to the left, or to the right, and then to the left. Woo! All right. Okay. Let's bring that ball back between our thighs. We're going to have our feet in a Pilates V. So we're going to come up on our tippy toes to start with. Get those heels together and then press the heels against each other. That's all I want you doing right now. Press in, press in. So as I'm doing this, it feels as if I'm doing a ball squeeze with the inner thighs, which I am, but it's coming from those heels pressing together. And now we add on, we're going to bend the knees outward, but make sure the heels stay together. You squeeze the heels together hard and lift up. Bend, squeeze, lift. Bend, squeeze, lift. Good. Keep that going. Couple more here. Two more. Good. Stay here. Heels are going to come down and lift and lift. Just heel raise. Two more, because we're going single leg. Left heel or right heel down. Left leg goes in front. All the weight is on that right leg. Heel raise, right leg only. Straight legged heel raise. Last two. Last one, hold it up. Holding, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg down. Right leg is going to come out and point. Ball rolls in front of that left leg. Abs drawn in. Heel raise, opposite leg. Try not to slam that heel down and move that whole body. Stay ballerina in the upper body. Almost there. Good. Stay up. Hold on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Let's give those calves a little love. So we're going to step back with the left foot. Press the heel down. Bend the right knee and lunge forward. Make sure your booty's not sticking out. It comes with you. So you get that long line stretch. And then bend that left knee a little bit. roll up on the toes. Turn the toes out, heel in, but then drive that left hip forward. And bend that left knee a bit. Roll up on those toes, left toes in, lunge into that right leg, long spine, bend that right knee a bit, or left knee, sorry, and roll up. And now we'll step back right leg. Long line in your body, make sure the booty's not sticking out and disobeying. Pressing that heel down, bend that knee a little bit. Roll it up. Toes roll out, heel rolls in, right hip, press it forward. Bend that knee and come up. Left toes in, right toes in, press, and then bend that knee and then roll up. All right. We're going to do triceps. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're just going to do triceps just with weights, but we are going to do a staggered stance so our legs are working a little bit. Right leg forward, left leg back. Nope. Let's put the weights in the left hand. So I was right. Right leg forward, left leg back, but it probably looks backwards still. Shoulder up out of your ear. Swing the arm just a couple times easily until you pull that shoulder blade back down your spine so you're not crunched up here. And then lift your elbow, even with or above your hip. Pinky is facing the back of the room, extend. Bend to 90, extend. Bend to 90, extend. Bend to 90, extend. Option, if you feel like it, you can lift that back leg. If you feel like that detracts from your tricep, don't do it. You could just press down and get a stretch and roll up on the toes. 2 more like this. Good, bring that arm down, let it relax again. Turn the palm back towards the back of the room. Roll the shoulder up, back and down. Lift it up, bend and straighten that elbow. And again, option to roll up on the toes or even elevate and lift off that leg. Two more. And relax. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Now weights go in your right hand, left leg goes forward, right leg is back, left knee is bent, shoulders up, back and down. Let that arm dangle for a minute and then hold, keep it towards the back. Lift the elbow, straighten the arm. Option to roll up on the toes, or even pitch yourself forward and hold for a split second out, practicing that balance, working that tricep and that quad a little extra. Two more. Good. Bring it down. Swing that arm out. Roll the shoulder so it faces or set back and down. Palm is facing the back of the room. Lift that elbow and press it out. And again, option to roll under the toe or even lift that back leg. Don't have to if you feel like it's detracting from your hamstring or tricep work. And relax. Just set those weights down for a second. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Big deep breath in. And we're going to take that right hand over to the left side. Give it a little tug. Meet it to the center of the back. And then on the right side. Trying to stretch out all 3 heads of that tricep. And then opposite arm, left arm up and over to the right. Center of the back. And over to the left. And relax that back and down. All right, let's grab that ball again. We're gonna bring that ball slightly in front of the right thigh, left leg in front, and we're gonna have the weights in both hands. And you won't need your chair for this, we hope. Shoulders up, back and down. Right knee is gonna bend and left leg stretches forward. Just a little bend here. And all we're doing is a lateral raise here. Palms are facing down. Right leg is doing most of the work here. 2 more. Good. Bring that ball. So its legs are parallel now. And we're gonna stretch out to the side with that left leg. We're gonna roll the thumbs to point up and do that same exercise we just did, but with the thumbs up and, there we go, and the arms in a V, not straight in front, not out to the side, halfway. Again, right leg is doing the work here. Oh, bring that up. Slide the ball so that it's slightly behind the right leg and in front of the left leg. Hands on your hips just for now. Lift that back leg as you, or not, excuse me, slide that back leg back, right? All right, and then thumbs facing me. Whoa. Arms are gonna come straight up in front. So we're working that anterior deltoid, front of the shoulders. Just a few more here. Try and get those arms nice and straight so you are working the shoulders. And relax. Ah. All right. Here's the bad news. We have to do that on the other leg, so that means we're doing those weights one more time. Fall slightly in front of the left leg, and right toes are pointed. First, let's just get this going, bending that left knee. Arms are coming to the side. For a little variety, pour something out of the ends of the dumbbell. So pinkies go up, and thumbs go down. Pouring all the weight out of those weights. Ah, wouldn't that be awesome? No, probably leave a lot of sand or water on your floor. 2 more. Nice. And then here we are in parallel. And again, hands on the hips, we'll just get the motion first with that left knee bending and that right leg going to the side. Now, palms are facing down this time and they come out in that V. So it's still working a little bit of chest, a little bit of lateral deltoid, but a lot of anterior deltoid. Last 2. Last 1, roll it around. Left leg is in front, right leg is behind. And again, we'll start by bending that left knee and stretching the right leg. Good. And then when you're ready, here's the good news, sort of. Hands are pinkies are towards the back, and we're gonna lift straight back. Actually, we're gonna lift on a slight angle. Goodness, I didn't drink tequila before class today, I promise. Nor last night, nor for, I don't know, 20 years maybe. No, I think I've had a margarita or a sip. And let's relax. Woo, weights down, ball down for just a second. And let's give our little attention to our hip flexors. So step back with your left leg, pull your hips under and bend that left knee. As you do that, try and let that knee come right under the hip. And then both arms are going up. Hands together, open a little farther to the back and then go left, come back to center, go right, and then tuck the hip under by pulling the ribs down, feel that go deeper, and then come on up. And then we'll go right leg back, bend that knee, tuck it under and sit into it. And then hands together, lean back, let's go right and left, back to center and tuck. And let's shake that out. All right, we're taking our equipment as we head down to the ground. We might do some work with the chair, so leave it at least handy, please. As we sit down, we're sitting on that ball. It can be centered or it can be underneath your right glute. All right, our leg is not straight in front of you. Can you guys see me okay? I feel like my iPad might need to be tipped, so let me know if so. It's not way out to the side. It's about halfway, but you're gonna rotate that leg open. So the seam of your pants is towards the sky. Sit nice and tall, lift that leg off the ground, bend it the tiniest bit and straighten. And then straighten. Toes are pointed. Inner thigh is towards the ceiling. Sitting tall if you can. Just a short set of these, I promise. And bring that down. See? Take that same leg behind you and drop over onto the left elbow and feel that stretch right through there. It was pretty cruel that we did a hip flexor stretch and then did those. Oh well, come on back up. Right leg crosses in, left leg goes off to the side, not the whole way, but part of the way. Point those toes, sit tall, lift that leg off the ground, and then straighten and straighten, reach and reach. And bring it down. And then we slide onto that elbow and we bring that leg behind us. As always, you arch up, arch behind, but really tucking will get a little deeper in that hip flexor. All right. And then let's come down. And as long as we're here, let's stay on whichever side you're on. Feel free to roll your mat because we're going to be on this elbow. All right. We're going to take that ball between your calves. There's going to be some awareness there. Slide those feet so you're in a nice long straight line in your side plank. And then when you come up, push down on the ball. Push down, push down, push down. When you push down, try not to let this hip drop. Come down, because we have 3 rounds of this. Your ball, hang out. Take 1 weight, or if you're feeling mean, take 2 weights. Come back up in your side plank. Put that weight on your leg, stretch your arm long, press down with your fingers, lift up, lift the hips, lift the hips. And come down. All right. Option 3, meaning 3 or 4. Option 3 is ball between your calves, and you're going to do the same thing with the ball. Option 4. What? It's that ball underneath your ankle, you know the balance position, and up in that side plank. And then once you're there, if you want, you add that weight. That's a lot. Then just hold that balance. Or again, you go back to weight on that thigh and ball in between your calves. So figure out which of those is working for you. And I'm going to hang out till everybody falls down. Not falls down, I mean comes down. Are we still there? Yeah, good enough, right? Come on down. If you're not down already, please. All right, and then we're switching over to the other side. So long line in your body. That ball is going to go between your shins, your calves. And you come up in a side plank on that side. Once you're up, you push down with the top leg, but you keep that bottom hip from reacting. And bring it down. All right. You don't need the ball on this next one. You can kind of tuck it. It'll probably stay under your body. But that weight is going to be on that top leg. We lift up, we press down on the weight and lift up against it. And bring that down. And then your option 3 is that ball between your calf and the weight on your leg, right? Doing both at the same time. Don't try and push down with the weight. Like either don't coordinate it. If you can't coordinate it, do so. or do one or the other to lift and lower, or of course, you find that balance on the ball. I'll give y'all a few more seconds there. All right, and come on down. All right, let's straighten out that mat. Bring your weights with you, bring your ball with you. That ball is going to come, just kind of put it between your shoulder blades, but then roll forward. So it's just giving your head a little bit of support, but it also elevated your shoulders a wee bit. All right, let's put both weights in your left hand. You can use one weight, but you know, we're challenging here. Right fingertips on your left rib cage. Left arm goes over your head. And if you let it go too far, you'll feel those ribs pop up. So I want you to go just to that challenge point and then bring the arms straight up. So it goes overhead straight and then comes straight up and over and straight. Now you're going to feel tricep here. You might feel a little chest on your left side, and you should definitely feel your abs because they're not allowing your ribs to pop up. Now leave the arm overhead, bend it and straighten it, little tricep action. And then we put those two things together. So we go straight arm up and over, bend, straighten, and straight arm up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. My pinky is towards the sky. Two more. And let's switch sides. So weight is in your right hand. Arm is up. Left fingers are on your right rib cage. As your arm goes overhead, notice how that rib wants to lift. Pull it down, and then it's straight arm up and over. Couple more here. Nice. And then arm up and over, bend it, straighten it, bend and straighten, pinky to the sky. Good. And then lift it up, bring it overhead straight, bend, straighten, lift it up. Up and over, bend, straighten, and up. Two more. And relax. All right, let's leave that ball where it is, giving yourself a little bit of support. Weight straight above you, shoulders back and down. You're gonna exhale, and you're gonna stay on the ball, but you're gonna lift so you're not squishing it anymore. And then open right arm to the right. Look at your knees, make sure they didn't scoot over. Back to the center. Left arm to the left. Rotate. Now you can look with your head, but you don't have to. The rotation is coming your arms and your ribs. If your neck is bothering you, you can relax on that pillow, ball. So really be conscientious. My knees are wanting to go all over the place. Don't let them. And then both arms open. Nice T position. Just feel a stretch across your chest. You can leave your weights out to the side for now and pull that ball out from under you. And then we're going to place that ball in between the knees as we walk our heels back underneath the knees, shoulders up, back and down, lift up in a bridge. And then lift a little higher and squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball. And then keep squeezing, but just extend your right leg straight and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Right leg comes down, left leg extends, and again we squeeze. And bend and hips down. Take that ball where your feet used to be and put the feet on the ball, arches of the feet. Try and lift the toes up and dig the heels down so you really feel this in your booty as you lift up those hips. And you should feel hamstrings and booty engaged. If your ball's not too wobbly, could you lift your hands off the ground? If not, just keep them there, that's fine. Now you have some options. If you feel you're wanting some hamstring love, you can roll the ball in and out. If you want to keep this in the glutes, then you're just going to lift a little higher and lift a little higher. Keep pressing those heels in. You could do a combination, right? You could lift and lower and hamstring curl. Here's the good news. I'm not going to do single leg, so go ahead and burn them out on this. And relax. Let's just give those legs a brief second of relaxation. Hug those knees in, let them rock side to side. Beautiful. All right. Let's put that ball back between our knees again. Lift your legs up, find a perfect tabletop. Pilates V with your feet if you want. And we're going to toe touch. So hands are long, shoulders up, back and down, back of the neck is long. And you're going to lower heels towards the floor and lift them back up. Now, you guys keep going, but if you want, you can take the leg, put it on your ribs, sink the ribs down. So now you have that kinesthetic feedback, that awareness of keeping those ribs nice and flat. Few more here. And relax. Woo, move that weight off your ribs. We're going to bridge up and we're going to bring that ball underneath the tailbone. So you don't want it way under your low back. You just want, when you lift up in tabletop, to have it putting you in that pelvic tilt. And then you're going to reinforce that by pulling the ribs and the hips together, and that'll tuck your knees more, but you keep those shins lifted. And then when you go to your toe touch, you're not going to be anywhere near the floor unless your ball is really flat. You're not going to go than the ball. And you just lift and lower. Toes can be pointed for toe touch, imaginary toe touch. Or heels can be flexed for heel taps. You could go back into those knees open, that Pilates V with your feet. Any of those options are fine. And of course, it would be way more challenging if you lifted your arms off the ground. And those little intrinsic muscles have to figure out what they're doing. And then let's take a break, hug those knees in, bring them out, press down to bridge up, and then bring that back. All right, let's put that ball on your left thigh, and it's down pretty close to your hip. And then you're gonna lift that left thigh in tabletop, and we're gonna smash the ball. We're gonna smash it between the thigh and the hands. We're gonna smash it because my thigh is pulling this way, but my hands are pressing that way. So I'm actually getting, yet again, some tricep action. Right leg is gonna lift up, extend to the sky, and reach. And then you have the option to lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, but there's a lot going on, so you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And then right foot down, left leg down. Let's move that ball to the right side. And once again, as we lift into tabletop, you're gonna press against that right thigh and equally press with that thigh and those triceps. That left leg comes up in the air, and we reach through that left leg, pressing against that right. Holding there for me, please. And relax. So we're going to turn that into single leg stretch. Both knees in tabletop, weight against that, or excuse me, ball against that left leg, right leg up in the air. Press and reach against that, pressing against the left, and then press against the right. And press against the left, and press against the right. And just keep that going. Head, neck, and shoulders can be down or up. You guys choose. Couple more here. And relax. All right. Let's do our negative to neutral before we do our. No, let's do the forward plank. That way we don't have time. All right. So we're coming over. We're going to put the ball in the center of the mat so that it ends up basically under your belly button. Hands are apart. You guys keep in mind this tripod action of doing a plank actually gives me 3 bases of support. And you know I always want you to do the harder version. So then we have parallel skis, right? So now I only have 2 bases of support. So that tripod is a little easier than hands parallel, which is why I always say, separate your hands, separate your hands. So anyway, when you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift up into your plank. And I just want you to let that ball know that you're there, but don't smash it. So I'm going to gently roll forward and back. I don't want to create a flat tire. I just want to move that ball with me if possible. And I'm going to ask you guys to keep going for 20 more seconds. Starting now. Good job, y'all. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You can stick with that option, or if you want to do the balance on the forward plank, that ball comes underneath your ankles or the fronts of your toes. And then you lift right up into that plank. And you have the option on this one to pike by rolling those hips up and then stretching long and holding that plank, and then tucking and rolling, and then extending, tug and roll, and extend, or just hold that forward plank. Couple more seconds. And come on back over. We are going to do just a quick version of the negative to neutral, because then we can nicely turn that into a stretch. So we're going to bring that ball between our shoulder blades. Bring your arms out into a T position. And then bend the elbows and bring the fingertips behind the skull, but keep the elbows wide. They might not be touching the ground anymore, but I don't want them here, right? And then rest your head in those fingertips. Allow your head to drop back, but I'm still nodding yes. Your ribs are going to pop up. And then you're just going to exhale and close the ribs. So you inhale up and over, and you exhale, close the ribs. You inhale up and over, you exhale, close the ribs. You can create more resistance by creating a longer lever over your head, by crisscrossing cradling your head in between your biceps. Good. And then option to turn this into a stretch by letting your head hang in space and your arms are out into a T. But if that's uncomfortable, roll it so you get some support. So with those arms into a T, you should feel a nice stretch across your chest. You could move those arms up into a V and get a slightly different stretch on your pecs. You could bend the elbows and go into your cactus arms, or you could flip your arms down to what would be 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And then just go ahead and lie down. Bring that ball out from under you. Let's bring that ball behind your right knee and use the ball to really hug that knee in nice and close. Feel the tailbone roll up and then press the tailbone down. And then roll it up and press it down. Keep the tailbone down leg opens right, left leg opens left. Roll that ball up your calf, point and flex and rotate. And then back through center, bend the knee, straighten out the left leg, and we'll hug that knee in, and then we'll press it away. And we'll keep the tailbone flat, but bring that knee in nice and close. Flex through the heel. And then try and roll the ball just so you can pull that calf in, still with the bent knee. And then your challenge is to straighten the leg, deep stretch, and then bend that knee again. Right hand is going to snake under the weight if it's there, and slide that right leg across to the left, and maybe all the way into a twist. And then as you come back through center, cross that ankle over the left thigh, bend the knee, straighten that left leg, point, flex, rotate, and then just take the ball out, crisscross your legs completely, and put the ball on that left shin if you want, or you don't have to. Slide the right hand under and drop the left again. And then you come back through center. We're gonna hug that left knee in this time, that ball behind the thigh. We're gonna roll it in and move it away. Roll it in, tailbone long, keep it long, drop open, roll the ball up to straighten the leg, point and flex and circle. And then back in again. Straighten out that right leg. Bring that left, back through center, roll the tailbone up. Roll it down, keep it down, but bring the leg closer. And then flip and see if you can pull across that calf and then straighten that leg, deep stretch. And now bend the knee and bring it across your body. Slide that left hand under the weight if possible, and drop right. And crisscross over. And then bend that knee, extend that right leg, flex, point, circle, and then bend. And if you want, you can take that ball across the right shin. And then we drop right. And back through center, arms up overhead. Relax for a moment, let those ribs pop up. And then you're going to exhale. You decide how you want to come up. You can roll up a vertebra at a time. You can roll over onto your side and come up. You don't really need your ball or your weights right now. Let's do a little stagger here. So left hand forward and right knee forward. And then just pound forward and cat back. Good. Everything back into a box. And then right hand forward, left knee forward. And again, we'll pound forward and cat back. And then once again into that boxy shape, regular cat-cow. From that cow, tuck those toes, high plank to down dog. And then as always, you can pedal those feet out. Wide stance, walk it back, nod yes and shake no. And then bend the knees, hands on the thighs, roll cat, inhale cow, big deep breath in. Thank you guys. I have more OMG